Hey, listen, I'm about to tell y'all right now, y'all got the game messed up. Only two of these are right, and two of these are wrong. Y'all got the game messed up. Like, what the heck? All right, we're gonna go through these one at a time, and we're gonna explain why. Okay, even with the ones that are right, we're gonna go through those ones. All right. You know, I might throw a little couple of jokes in there while I'm doing it, but we're gonna start with the face of Marvel. Spider-Man is definitely the face of Marvel. If you disagree, you need to go do your research. Spider-Man is first and foremost Stanley's favorite character. And he's the favorite character that kids love. He has the most merchandise, the most toys, the most movies made about him. He has the most of everything out of any Marvel character. If you would say Iron Man, that's because you only watch the movies. Iron Man is the face of the MCU, the movie universe. But the face of Marvel as an entire, like if I say, yo, what is Marvel? I'm going to tell you Spider Man, okay? Spider Man. He is the lovable red and blue and tights, okay? Everybody loves Spider Man. My kid loves Spider Man. Like me and him are literally the same. Watching him love Spider Man as much as I love Spider Man growing up is insane. Bro, I had Spider Man bandanas. I had the Spider Man 2, Spider Man and Doc Ock walkie talkies. I had Spider Man coloring books. I had Spider Man toys. I had Spider Man everything. Unfortunately, during that time, at least I don't think so. At least I can't remember. They didn't make the web shooters like they do now. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Spider Man is him. That is correct. That is correct. I agree. Spider Man is the most popular Marvel character in all of Marvel. Now, and that's not to say that other characters are not popular, but when it comes to merchandise made, when it comes to toys made, when it comes to movies, when it comes to shows, when it comes to like Spider Man, you can find Spider Man anything right now. You can't, like, he has his own solo stuff. A lot of solo stuff. Like, you can find Iron Man, you can find all the Hulk other stuff and all these other characters, but Spider Man is easy, so easy to find. Azariah, my son, and had like probably about like three Spider-Man themed birthday parties, okay? Back to back almost. Anyway, moving on. DC, wrong. You got it wrong. Whoever made this got it wrong. Superman. Get Superman's kryptonite meat out your mouth, okay? Because no, he is not the face of DC. And the reason why I'm saying this is because if you look at Spider-Man, this is based on not how good of a character they are in their respective universes, but it's about popularity right here. Should have made that clear. Batman is the face of DC. Batman has the most toys, again, has the most toys, most movies, most shows, mostly everything. He's kind of like Spider-Man of DC. Batman is the face of DC, not Superman. Superman, no. No, not at all. Not at all. So the reason being is because Batman, man, whew, I'm telling y'all to get Superman meat out your mouth. Y'all need to get Batman's meat out your mouth because y'all, like Batman, like if you ask anybody about DC and their favorite character of DC, you might get some other characters, but a majority will say Batman. They love Batman. People love Batman. I've seen people say Superman. Like I ain't gonna lie, my favorite outside of the Flash being my favorite character, top favorite DC character, I will go Superman. Superman is one of my favorite characters, but Batman is the face. They milking Batman for billions of dollars, okay? Because that's how much Bruce Wayne is worth, okay? Understand that. So you got this one wrong. This one is the face of DC. This one is not the face of DC. Batman is. Now we're gonna step over here to the Ultra Instinct Goat himself, Goku. Now, as much as I've criticized Dragon Ball Z, and people talk about the big three, this is how it really goes. Okay, this is how it goes. And I'm gonna be one of those guys. Okay, if you guys remember Astro, the anime, that's where it started. So they walked so Dragon Ball Z could run, so that the big three could fly, okay? But we're not here to talk about that. Anyway, I don't consider Dragon Ball part of the big three. Now, before y'all come in the comments, come in the comments for me. Let me get you to understand. It's almost like this. You know, I'm a dad. Then I have a dad, and my dad has a dad who's the great grandfather. So this is how I'm looking at it. Astro, the very first type of anime manga you would ever get is the great grandfather. Dragon Ball Z is the grandfather, and the big three, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, are the you know the kids that I had technically, or me. I'm one of the big three, because Dragon Ball Z is grandfather. So I consider Dragon Ball Z the grandfather. They're over the big three, like they're the OGs. Like if you go into the hood and you want to see the OGs, Goku, Vegeta, and them is who you going to. Okay, yeah, you got to see them when you come into the city. Yeah, you know what I mean. So that's how I view it, because Dragon Ball Z was kind of top tier. Okay, it came first in a world of popular anime. Dragon Ball Z came first. Okay, people have their takes on Dragon Ball Z. People have their takes on Goku. It is what it is. You know, but the face of anime, I agree. I do agree that Dragon Ball is the face of anime, or Goku in this case is the face of anime. People love Goku, whether you think it's part of the big three or not. People genuinely love Goku. I really feel like the new age people don't like Dragon Ball Z or Goku, and mostly if you were born in the '90s, you like Dragon Ball Z. Maybe some people in the 2000s like Dragon Ball Z, but hey, I agree with it. I think they got this one right. Okay. Um, wrong, wrong. Ben 10. As much as I love Ben 10 and that whole universe, and even Ultimate Alien and all that other stuff, Ben 10 is not the face of cartoons. Now, I told my brother this is subjective depending on who you ask when it comes to cartoons overall, because you can ask a '90s kid and they're gonna say SpongeBob, which I would agree with. I would agree with that, but I think this is more subjective to who you ask. The face of cartoons is obviously this, but let's give a definitive thing at the top. SpongeBob. Even in studies, people have chosen SpongeBob as the number one cartoon. So, in my opinion, I'm going with the numbers. This is wrong. But in my opinion, personally, this is subjective. I wouldn't even mind being Ben 10 being the face of cartoons, but I personally would go with SpongeBob, because SpongeBob is my childhood. SpongeBob is goated. Okay, so I feel like this is subjective mostly, which in my opinion it would be wrong. And they got DC wrong. I think it's Batman and not Superman. And these are not to say that neither Superman or Ben 10 are not great. It's just that it's in the form of popularity, as the way I'm doing it. Ben 10 definitely is not. I would put SpongeBob. Everybody has watched SpongeBob. You can quote SpongeBob. People mean the heck out of SpongeBob. Like, come on. SpongeBob has to be the face of cartoons, okay? Um, Now, if you ask anybody that's like not in the '90s, like the '80s, things like that back then, this SpongeBob would not be the correct answer. Okay, so that's why I say in the last one is subjective. So, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Who do you guys think the face of Marvel, DC, anime, and cartoons are? And let me know your thoughts. Did I get them wrong? Okay, tell me.